the storm. Just gonna BRB real quick because I gotta go inside and handle stuff with stream because now I can do that considering there's no internet issues. So BRB. And we're back. Just have to do a couple things with the stream, monetize it, mess with the well, I'll be messing with the description afterwards because I've got to set the default upload dang to the 8th. It's still to the 7th, so I have to change that and also the hashtags and all that good shit. But thing is, not sure this will actually get labeled as a thunderstorm, but we do have some yellow coming in, so heavier rains at least. Might see a few claps of thunder. May see some lightning. It's just a matter of that. Yeah, people keep asking why the 13th is so important. I don't know. I got a dentist appointment that day. Like the fleck. Yeah, just let them know I'm live, so they'll probably be in here like, why is it so important? I got a dentist appointment. That's the only importance about that day that I know of. I mean, unless a body decides to form, and that might be a whole other thing. Probably. Yeah. But, June 13th. Like, for me, June 16th is the more important day of the month, but that's a little egotistical because it happens to be my birthday. Yeah, the 16th followed by the 21st because birthday and then summer solstice. And I'm wondering why they should watch. Like, I'm currently live on YouTube and like I'm not talking to you otherwise. Like I wonder if people call you Jesus, though. Because of that. You should definitely go for that Jesus look, just because. Just for the shits and giggles. It'd be hilarious. Now I'm gonna share this on the community tab. There we go. Yeah, considering he was technically born in, well, according to records, he was supposedly born in the spring. So it's like, Hello, Kyle. Yeah. Yeah. It's just because Christmas and stuff. Yeah. And every so often my birthday does fall on Father's Day. Although I don't plan on becoming a father for human children. I do have a snake and a cat otherwise, but yeah. So yeah, that's just how that's gonna be. But I don't plan on having kids, mostly due to costs, and secondly due to horrible family genetics that I dodged many of the bullets for. But I don't want to risk putting that onto... It's a lot of genetic issues that I will not risk putting onto other people. And why is there a leash on that horse? Yeah. Why is that horse on a leash? That's a bit interesting. Yeah, I have siblings. Yeah, I have a lot of siblings, so... Yeah, they could have kids. I'm not planning to. Like, the genetic issues in the family, I would not wish on another person. Got freaking sleep apnea running in the family, blindness. Like, every person in the family wears glasses, so... Yeah, technically, blindness does run in the family. Not full-blown blindness, but blind enough where you're gonna need glasses. There's allergies. I mean, I got the pollen shit. But I got people that are allergic to a lot of food, pets. Like, you can't have animals around them. You can't eat peanuts around them. At times, you can't even drink anything, have anything dairy-related around them. Yeah, and I guess other, like, mental issues run in the family, but I dodged that bullet for the most part. Still got the whole ADHD stuff, but that's minor compared to what some people in the family have. Got a cousin with schizophrenia, so it's like, yeah. Breast and prostate cancer run in the family, mostly on my mother's side, and asthma runs in the family on both sides of the family. And bipolar runs on the mother's side, so yeah. And chronic depression and stuff like that, that's a whole other issue. But a lot of these bullets I dodged. The asthma, for the most part allergies. I didn't dodge the blindness stuff. I dodged the bipolar, dodged the sleep apnea. Also stuttering runs in the family, so YouTube has really helped me on that one. Because I did have the stuttering, and then I started the channel, and then started talking a lot and stuff, and now stuttering rarely happens as much. It does happen occasionally in real life, but that's what you do. Shyness and stuff. Shyness, nervousness, and stuff like that, so. But yeah. Just, yeah. Also, like, rare diseases that you get named after runs in the family, too. They get named after you. That's a couple of members of the family have that issue. But one thing that does run in the family that I do like, and I wouldn't mind passing on to the next generation, is psychics. Yeah, I got psychic abilities running in the family, too. Mostly seeing the future. Literally just seeing in the future. But that also puts us at risk of being possessed by evil spirits and shit if we don't properly prepare for that stuff. So that does come with a catch. You can't really have fun with haunted places because they'll come after you. You get to legally become drunk this year. And I still got 2 years to wait until I could legally rent a car. Because you have to be 25 for that. It's fucking bullshit. And still got 2 years before I could think about running for Congress. And at all. Another 7 years before I could think about running for, like, Senate. And another 12 years before I could even think about going for the White House. So technically, you can at 18, especially in Kansas, because, yeah. The only time you need a permit to own a gun is if you plan on using it to hunt animals. Outside of that, you don't need a permit. And a permit would be a hunting license. So, unless you plan on using it to hunt invasive animals, then that's a whole other issue. Then you don't need a license. Same with fishing. if you plan to fish for invasive fish like alligator gar, you don't need a license. You only need a license if you're fishing for the native species. So, yeah. But rain's picking up. Horses are, despite that one having a leash on it, still has pretty much full rein, so it's probably not much of a hindrance. And they're all basically heading for the barn, except for that stallion there. So yeah. Now he's heading for the barn. The other one in the back's heading for the barn too, because, well, the rain's picking up. Might see some lightning and stuff. First things first, considering what was told when I was in Seattle by my stepfather, want to really expand the rights of the Native American reservations as far as to open a pathway for them to become independent states. So they are not taxed into oblivion, and they get the representation in the government that they deserve. So maybe down the line you'll see, like, the Cherokee Reservation becoming a Cherokee state, or the Coralville Reservation in Washington becoming a state. It's Kansas. We probably have factories making that shit. Just probably DIYs on how to make it. Make ammo. But thing I'll definitely be doing. I'll be restoring the Second Amendment to its former glory, removing all gun control laws. So that's gonna be a big one. And major foster care reform. Like, push for that to be, like, stricter background checks for potential foster parents, so the kids are not ending up in abusive families, or child molesters or whatever. Proper give better access to education for foster kids, and ban the unnecessary separation for siblings. So that's one thing I'll definitely be doing, if I were to do that. And yeah, and a few things I'll be doing I can't really mention here because it's not safe for YouTube consumption, so yeah, but will be major and involves in animals. So that's, and probably with the Second Amendment thing, I'll also do what Switzerland does and make it mandatory for those with weapons and soon to have weapons to take safety courses so they know what to do with said weapons. Because, I mean, Switzerland does that, and they have, like, no freaking gun violence. Like, gun violence for them is like snow in Florida. Okay? So, because, like, you should be educated on what you're doing, on what you're using, and what you have. Also, with driving, I'll be pushing for, like, make it where you have to know how to drive in all common weather conditions. So, summer weather, winter weather, all that stuff. That's my whole thing. And for those who fail the winter part, could just get seasonal licenses where they're not allowed to drive in the winter weather, to cut back on the pileups. So, and major funding boost for National Weather Service, National Hurricane Center, the NOAA, with the NOAA, and then the NASA, will definitely be expanding on the Hurricane Hunter program, fill up these radar holes, and have more hurricane hunters on the Pacific Ocean, also with the U.S. territories in the Southern Hemisphere and the Western Pacific, so like Guam, Mariana Islands, and American Samoa, and train other countries to be able to do that, like Cape Verde, the Azores with Portugal, India, Australia, Philippines, Japan, train a lot of other countries to be able to do that, and that would be better to adapt to the changing climate. So, because we gotta adapt before we could do anything about it. Because, yeah. We can't fix climate change if it kills us. Honestly, I'm down for it. It would definitely promote my content because he's all for the free speech stuff. But in order for him to do that, he'd have to buy Google as a whole. Because Google is not going to give up YouTube. They're not. So, he would have to buy Google as a whole. He probably has the money to do it. He definitely has the money to do it, considering he has the most money. So, but then again, with him buying Tesla, that would raise the red flags on the government if he tries to go for Google as well. Well, with him going up after Twitter, and then if he tries to go for Google, then that would kind of scream monopoly issues, and that would get shut down real quick, sadly. But if he does, that would cut back on this freaking scam bots and the scam ads. Political ads will definitely go through the roof. There's that, but there's gonna be a lot of other stuff that'll be improvement. Smaller creators would definitely start dominating the platform. I mean, we kind of do in a sense, considering whether the majority of the creators on the platform is the smaller creators. But yeah, that's the whole thing there. Yeah, but this rain's doing decent there. I think the worst of the rain has passed, so might be ending stream soon. So yeah, kind of a bummer there, but yeah, that's what I would do if I were to get into the White House. And I'll keep the LGBT rights and all that good stuff because, like, I'm libertarian more than anything else. So, basically, equal rights for everyone, including the right to own weapons. That's basically how that goes. As liberals, it's pretty much equal rights for everyone except for the right to own weapons. No one should have that. But libertarians, we're pretty much on the same page except for on the situation with weapons. So, also with the taxes, flat rate, like 8%, or 10% all across the board for taxes. So, and technically the rich will be paying more, because like 10% of $100 is $10, and 10% of $1,000 is $100. So the richer you are, the more you're going to pay, but it's not going to take a bigger portion of your income. So, that's how that's going to do. That's my whole thing with that. And reform, well, I won't be getting rid of electoral college, but I would reform it to where it's to basically how Nebraska and Maine handles it. Be like proportion to the percentage of votes per candidate. So, like, say, the state with 10 electoral votes, 60% vote for the Republicans and 40% vote for the Democrats. So out of that, the Democrats get 4 electoral votes and the Republicans get 6. That way, the Electoral College better reflects popular vote, but not entirely. That's a big one. That would definitely be a big thing. Like, push for that. And push for voting rights in the territories. Like, they don't have to become states to be able to vote in federal elections. That'll get better representation for those territories. So I'm sure we tax them. So. But, yeah. But yeah, that's my whole thing. So, I'm not sure how that sits with you guys politically, but that's my spiel with that. So, and also, I'll remove the freaking thing with the government trying to bribe farmers to destroy their crops and punish people trying to grow their own fucking food. Like, I would have tax oh, yeah, that would be a huge one. I'll have a tax incentives, like tax credits for people growing their own food. Give people, like, encourage people to live sustainably, and even more tax credits for those who grow access food, and give the access food to food banks and people in need. That would fix this whole fucking issue here, with the hunger and stuff. Yeah, and also, like, better tax incentives for getting, like, solar panels and other means of renewable energy sources. Like, but I won't be freaking skyrocketing the gas prices to do so, because, as I do believe, yeah, we should go for more renewable resources. We shouldn't make Americans bankrupt in the process. Like, fuck that. But earliest I could run is 2036, so I got 14 years to plan. But yeah, that would be a huge thing. And honestly, if I do decide to run for president, I will definitely be using YouTube as a platform. Campaigning platform. Preaching all this stuff. I'll probably keep the gun thing under the belt because that's not gonna be very popular, but no, I'll probably bring it up. But yeah, I'll be the one that brings that about. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a huge thing. Whatever. But yeah. But yeah, that's my whole spiel. But looks like after this storm, this is gonna be nothing for today. But risk for severe weather jumps tomorrow night, so stay tuned for that. But also, I think the Volcano of the Day video uploaded by now, I already got it all monetized, playlist handle, well, thumbnail handled. Not the playlist, because I was doing this. So enjoy that when this stream ends, probably in the next few minutes. But yeah. But yeah, that does seem to be it for right now, considering the storm's basically over. The worst of it's gone, and the clouds over there are getting brighter and brighter, meaning it's getting closer to getting out of the picture. So, with that does seem to be it for right now. If more happens today, I'll be sure to stream it. But yeah, the rain as a whole is forecasted to end at 1, so... But, it's just gonna be like this light rain, no thunder, no nothing. So yeah, just stay safe out there. See y'all in the next video or stream. Bye.